Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. On today's episode, we will be sharing to you the 5 reasons why we moved to the regional New South Wales from Sydney. So let's start. Reason number 1, reduce the cost of living. My hubby and I lived in Sydney in a shared accommodation for more than 1 year. And when I became a registered nurse, we felt like, we wanted to have our own apartment, enjoy our own time, enjoy our space, and so our privacy too. So we decided to rent a unit, and that was when I got a job offer in North Sydney. So we moved there from Southwest Sydney, and the cheapest that we could find that time was $400 per week. Very expensive, but we really wanted to be, independent. We just wanted to have our own. That time we were working in different places. I had a part-time job in the South Sydney, and I also have a full-time job in the North Sydney. So that time we decided, and hubby was also working everywhere in Sydney, and so we decided to buy a second-hand car, which was Honda Jazz, and we have to pay a car insurance every month. And we have spent around $70 per month for that car insurance, and I was looking for the cheapest one. And then for the petrol, we spent $80 per week. Now, because hubby felt like, we have been spending so much time working, just paying for our bills, and he felt like it's just we lost that sense of purpose in life. Probably parang how do you say that? We were living every day, like day by day. And so we really did not have any savings at all. We often experience negative in terms of the finances. So that was the time that I have to apply for a credit card, because sometimes we really don't have cash at all. All our salary, when we receive it, goes straight to that fixed expenses, like the rent, which was ate most of our salary. So in the end, he said like, why not we should consider moving to the regional New South Wales, which he was actually been researching for months already. And he gave me all these lists of cities, regional areas. And then that's when I also researched. And finally, we decided to try Albury. And so that's when I applied for a job. And thank God I was given, I received a job offer. And so we moved here in Albury. First house that we rented, because we really wanted to experience how it is to live in a house and not in an apartment. And so we found a house, 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, 1 large living room just for the 2 of us, 1 garage. It has a carport too, and 1 huge, like I would say enormous backyard, which has spent, I think, more than 2 hours just to clean up everything there, and also a very spacious front yard too. And the rent was only $290 per week. But then when I became pregnant and before I gave birth, hubby said like it's better for us to move closer to my workplace, and luckily we found a detached house, still 2-bedroom. We have 1 sunroom, a very quiet spacious living room as well, one bathroom, one garage, one carport. There is a good area in the how do you say that? Um, a medium-sized front yard, and we also have a little backyard. And we are paying $240 per week.
Hindi mo na akong trabahoan, guys.
Mabili niya akong trabahoan, guys, oh.
There guys.
And
Ang balay, guys.
and this is our home.
Ano mo ang balay, guys?
Balay. Kanan na. So, yeah, because the last time when I did a video, it was very late in the evening na. So, hindi nyo makita. So, that being said, the rent that we had in Sydney, which was $400, and we reduced it now to $240 per week. We actually saved 40% for the rent. For the car insurance, believe it or not, it's cheaper as well when you live in regional area, because initially we were only paying $35 per month, and it's for an SUV vehicle. So it's around $8.75 per week. So we save around 50% for the car insurance. How good is that? And lastly, for the petrol.
Ang gasolina na mo diri, tag 2 months may bago mag-2
Did you hear that, guys? And good thing ang mga like supermarkets and restaurants, ang murag high street din hina, kung asa ang mga shops. Mura lang siya 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes lang siya na drive. We are spending $80 full tank. That $80 is good for 2 months. So we are only spending around $10 per week. And this one is one of the highest savings that we were able to achieve, and it's around 88% savings for the petrol. So if we add up everything, like in Sydney, the rent, car insurance, and also the petrol, and then compare it to our expenses here in the regional New South Wales, in total, we save more than 50% of our household income. And that was the time, and this I would say it was less stressful for us, and we have, and what do you call this? We have saved more money than, working just to pay for the bills. And I think it's one of the best decision that we have made. Reason number 2, quality of life with peace and serenity. What can you say, Happy, about sa Albury? Unsay mong tanaw?
Ni, gamay tao, parehoan niyo. Less ang traffic. Lagi traffic.
That's right. I agree. Wala jud siya traffic diri sa Albury. Less ang pollution. Very, very fresh air. So there is no more traffic here in Albury. No long commute times to work. The lifestyle here is slow-paced and laid back. We feel that there is more space here. Unlike when we live in Sydney, even in Melbourne, we felt like we were just living in a box. It's just too tight. Not so much of a space. We get to be more connected and more closer to the nature, and we were both amazed when we first traveled to the regional New South Wales. We've seen beautiful landscapes and even breathtaking nature sceneries, like the rainforests, rock formations, mountains and hills, all greens, and even the beaches here are beautiful, like sparkling beautiful. So we feel more relaxed here, and I feel it's less stressful here. And I don't feel stress unless we have petty fights. Sorry, Abby. Yeah, we cannot avoid we sometimes argue or something like that, but otherwise in general it's more relaxing here. Reason number 3, work life balance. If you know what, only in the regional New South Wales where we experience the real work life balance. We were able to spend more time with each other. You mean like the quality time is just how do you call this, worthwhile? You feel like you are more human because you have more time in terms of social interactions, and you also get to spend time with your friends while enjoying the very fresh local produce that they have here, and also relaxing with nature. So, having said that, it really improves our social and mental well-being. And I can still remember when we were in Sydney, hubby and I could not barely see each other in like in a day. You know what? So hubby normally like wakes up around 4 a.m. in the morning and gets home 7 or 8 p.m. because he travels everywhere in Sydney. And I do a morning shift or sometimes a PM shift, and we just meet each other at home. We sleep, the next day we go back to work, the same thing. It was just a routine kind of life to us. And most of the time we only get to spend time with each other on Sundays, and it was just so sad, and we end up like feeling very sad and lonely because of that. But here I think I think we because of we spend more time with each other, I feel like we need some time to have a me time now. um yeah, you sometimes like how do you say that, na murag siya na lang permi akong makita kada adlaw. So murag makaingon ka nga, pwede lahi na pud akong makita, di ba? So that's what we experience. It's really good. Reason number 4, very welcoming and friendly community. The first time we traveled to regional New South Wales, we were really amazed because, when we were on the bus, all passengers on that bus greeted us with so much smile and true, like a genuine greeting. And they were so friendly. And they asked us because they knew that, our faces were new in that area. So they asked us where we were going. And so even the bus driver really made sure that we arrive safely in the place that we wanted to go. So it was just amazing. It was the best experience that we have here in Australia at all. Like, wow. And yeah, so even here in Albury, this is where we feel like people here are well connected with each other. And I think that is one of the most important thing too. When we were in Sydney, we felt like we were just, like living by our own, like kanya-kanya. Wala, sobrang kanya-kanya. It's different here, and people are very helpful as well here in our here in Albury, or even in the other place that we have been to. And reason number 5, there are more job opportunities here in regional New South Wales, and part of this reason number 5 is also visa related. My hubby and I were on a student visa for 3 years, and we were also on graduate visa. When I graduated, I applied for a graduate visa. But you know what? It took us 2 years to wait to apply for a permanent residency in the city in Sydney. And that time, our graduate visa were running out, and we were really we were really desperate to be able to stay here in Australia. So, you know what? Only here in Albury where we were able to get a what do you call this, a regional visa, which is a pathway for a permanent residency. And I will really vouch to the RDA here in Murray region. RDA is the Regional Development Australia here in Murray region. They are, like little departments of the New South Wales where they help us, where you can process your regional visa. And that time, we were really close to the expiry of our graduate visa, and a workmate of mine advised me to go to RDA and told me, like, I have to tell our situation here, and we really wanted to stay here in Albury. So that's what we did. We went to the RDA office that time, and I told them that I have a full-time job. We rent here, everything that we wanted to stay here. And that lady was really friendly and very helpful and told us, you know what? Send your application straight away today and we will process it. So which we did. We processed it. We sent our application when we got home, and in just 2 weeks we received an invitation to apply for a visa. And without them, I would say probably we are already in the Philippines. We don't have money anymore to spend to any other kind of visa or even a student visa. It's just too expensive. But yes, RDA was very, very helpful here. And if you are really, and you know what, it's not just the job opportunities. There are a lot of visa sponsorship here in the regional New South Wales. And if you are eyeing to get a visa, consider regional New South Wales. So when we moved to regional New South Wales and happily embrace a more affordable and idyllic lifestyle, that's when we felt like we finally achieved a better standard of living and quality of life, which we really wanted. So we are happier, I think more contented, and we don't feel rushed at all here. So that's it. So that's our 5 main reasons why we moved to the regional New South Wales from Sydney. Moving anywhere in Australia is a big decision, and it requires a lot of time to ponder and consider all the aspects of your life. So if you are planning to move anywhere in Australia and hoping to, be able to make your money go further, probably moving to the regional Australia would be the answer. Yes, regional Australia, I would say, in general, can really give you a new life, probably a better life. So yes, on our next video, I will be sharing to you what it's like to live in south coast of New South Wales. Till next time.